Serbia seems like a rough place to live.
I know.
Weave lives there. That's another guy that is going to be on the podcast who is a literal Nazi. There's a gigantic swastika tattoo on his chest.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad that we were on together.
Yeah. Well, I want to have him on with Adam. I think it would be a funny bit to like just constantly apologize for Adam speaking. Insist that he be nicer to our guests.
We invited this Nazi.
Yeah. Weave's a guy that was like he was like he's been a troll on the internet for like a decade or longer than that, like 15 years. But back when like the internet was like kind of new, he was like a guy that was actually getting some notoriety for being a troll. And he would like fucking lie to the New York Times and shit, and they would print this kind of stuff, and things that he said, they were just lies. And he was a guy that like had no problem like calling in bomb threats to the FBI or whatever. And when they show up at his house, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then gives him like a fake name, and then they just arrest him for that. He just didn't care. He's like never cared. So like he is legitimately a Nazi now, but it's also like if you've been aware of him long enough, it's like I don't think he's legitimately anything, because he's constantly 2 years ago he was a Mormon. He was like 100% I'm a Mormon. I don't think
that's a big right turn.
Yeah, well, he's like I don't see how you can read the Bible and not think that Jesus and Socrates were the ultimate trolls and they invented troll. Like he has all these bizarre,
Right.
I mean, there's no line between.
So
you can't tell when the irony starts with him. So
right.
Even for him to go to the extent of having a swastika tattoo on his chest, I think a part of him is like, yeah, it's funny.
yeah, it's the biggest troll.
Yeah, he just doesn't. But he was in 2007 or 2008 when the iPad came out. Whenever the iPad came out, AT&T launched the iPad, and the way it worked is you buy it at like the AT&T store, and then you would go home, turn on the iPad. When you turned it on, it would go to AT&T's website, and the serial number of the iPad that you bought was sent to AT&T's website through a hidden form on the website, and then that's how it downloaded all your contact information.
Right.
Now, the form's hidden, but it still exists in like, the post data sent to the server. So some guy like saw that and like just wrote a quick script that runs, because all the serial numbers for iPads were sequential.
So this is the guy?
No, this is a different guy.
All right.
This guy wrote a script that just runs every sequential serial number for the iPads and pulled the entire AT&T customer database off the website.
God.
That
and
is
they notified.
bad.
They notified. It's not bad. It's just it's a flaw that AT&T left open on
But
their website.
he's a hacker, though, right?
Yeah, debatable. And this isn't Weave. This is the other guy that found it.
Right.
So they
How is it
notified.
debatable that he's a hacker, though?
Because he's a hacker, but is that illegal? That's the question.
It stole their information?
It would be like if you walk past a house and somebody had their social security number in the window of the house, and you said, "Hey, your social security number is just displayed in that window."
But he created a script to hack it, though. It's not like
it's not hacking it because he's
personal,
not breaking the system. The system was already fucked up. If you could put anything in,
but
there.
no, it's not like just say. Anyway, what's the story?
Well, it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
the U.S. Court of Appeals overturned the decision that it was hacking.
It is hacking.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
What's
They
the story?
vacated the judgment.
Okay.
Or so whatever. So the story is the guy that found it, he tried to notify AT&T. AT&T blew him off, and then he went to Weave to publicize it. We've publicized it. We've got arrested, and we spent 2 years in prison.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the federal government already hated him.
Right.
But
So they just got an excuse to put him away.
so he was waiting for trial.
Al
Yeah.
Capone on taxes.
He was waiting for trial.
You don't have a lot of options in prison. You kind of got to join that Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was waiting trial, and he became this like Occupy, poster boy, because the Electronic Frontier Foundation was like, in his corner, and all these Occupy people were in his corner, and it was so funny to me, having like known all the fucked up shit We've had done in the prior, to see like Occupy people being like, yeah, this guy's like, he's like a good guy, he's like a hacker or whatever. It's like, yeah, no, that's not the guy. Whose corner you want to be in. And yeah, I don't know. So how much of an actual Nazi he is? I mean, he is. If you're saying that shit and people are believing it, then I guess it doesn't matter whether you're
just a
Nazi
funny
or not.
sentence. How much of an actual Nazi?
Yeah.
Are you a cash Nazi? Or
Yeah, it's like.
are you like a Monday through Thursday Nazi?
Yeah.
Weekend Nazi warrior.
Yeah, so I don't know. The debate right before he got the swastika tattoo. The debate was like, is he really a Nazi or is he just trolling?
It's a big commitment.
Yeah. That is the ultimate troll.
No, but you know, I still
You got to go to a special place to get that tattoo.
Yeah, who's
I just
giving
can't
out
just go to
swastika
McDougal.
tattoos?
I still think he's so fucking funny though. Like I clicked on his website, his like a live journal, which I haven't read in a while, and the first like, you know, it's all these articles he's written about white supremacy, and then the first article I see is like, it just starts and it's like, it was 2011 was the first year I became a believer. Justin Bieber has to be one of the greatest recording artists of our generation. It's like written this thing about why he legitimately loves Justin Bieber, and he lays out, like, explains why he's great, and it's like, that's fun. It's funny.
It's so funny.
It's so funny because it's juxtaposed with all this like Nazi hate speech. And like,
that is legitimately hilarious.
yeah.
Damn.
He's also Weave is like 5'2". He's harmless, you know, as like a physical thing. So it's, you take it all.
He probably
as
has guns.
He is a literal troll.
Yeah, he is. He's quite literally a fucking troll. Speaking of, we got to talk about Pizzagate, which I'm starting to believe is real.
What's Pizzagate? I was
so
just
awesome.
oh, the Podesta emails.
Yeah, so there was one Podesta email that the alt-right
Comet Ping
guys
Pong
sent.
follows me on Instagram.
Do they?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude!
I think they
Wait,
might
the
follow
Stabby
me.
Baby account?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I think they might follow me on Twitter because I knew the girl that was the booker there when we were in DC.
Ask her if they rape children. If that's
I
a
will.
satanic
You
rape.
want me to?
Sasha,
I think her name's Sasha. Well, I'm not gonna say.
call
her.
up. Let's call Sasha now
Yeah.
on the podcast. We'll plug her into the fourth mic and ask her if they rape children.
Should we just call them? Just call their regular number
Yeah,
and be like, "Hi, we were
they'll
just wondering if
probably
we could fuck
tell
children."
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works. No, yeah. So anyhow, there was like one email that said something like,
Oh fuck! They unfollowed me. Anyway.
yeah, they unfollowed you probably because they have, you know, spies listening to the podcast.
They
Right.
know we're onto them.
Yeah. Well, you know, so it's mostly just alt-right like bullshit, you know,
Right,
like
right.
conspiracy theory bullshit. But then there's like one or two things that are like, well, hold on.
Yeah.
Like the guy who owns the restaurant is just likes nothing but pictures of like almost naked infants on Instagram. And it's like
Comet
how
Ping
the
Yo,
fuck-
for real?
Yeah. The guy that owns the place.
What's
all
his
these
name?
all his like Alafiente or something
Oh,
or some
yeah.
shit. But yeah, I forget
Hell
his
yeah.
name.
Where is it in Cleveland Park? It's like Upper Northwest.
It's like
Yeah.
Friendship Heights or
Friendship
Championship
Heights,
Heights.
Friendship
yeah,
Heights.
Yeah.
It's on Connecticut.
So there's like, you know, a couple of things that are like, okay, this does raise like an eyebrow, and I'm so hoping it turns out to be real.
We should just call them and be like, "Hi, I'd like to order a sausage pizza
Yeah. I'm
with
trying to have
extra
a
tight asshole."
pizza party, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, if those alt-right guys were really good at deciphering codes, I mean, that
Yeah.
would be like a huge
Well,
asset for President Trump.
They accused
be like
him
the
of
wind
posting like,
talkers.
they were like, oh, he posted like what looks like child pornography on his Instagram, and then they're like, we can't even repost it here. That's how bad it is. And then I finally found what they were talking about, and it's just some Jeff Koons shit. You know, so it's like not
Jeff
even,
Koons does suck dick.
Yeah,
He sucks, but it's not child porn.
yeah, it's not child porn.
Yeah, but it's like if Lisa Frank did
But I want to
art.
believe, dude. That should
And
be.
spent a lot of money on
Yeah,
it.
There should be,
gas
so
dog,
much money.
like dog flower bullshit.
There should be like a show like the X-Files, but they just like investigate powerful pedophile rings.
That'd be great.
Like Mulder was molested as a kid,
Uh-huh.
and Scully just doesn't believe victims.
Wasn't that what?
That's the new X-Files.
That's I was very upset about True
Mulder,
Detective
there wasn't even a party at that frat that night.
Well, Mulder, what was she wearing?
That would be a great show.
This doesn't believe any victims whatsoever.
Yeah, she's the skeptic, and he's the guy that was molested.
I don't know. Mulder's not adding up. What were you saying, Adam?
No, it wasn't funny or that good.
Oh yeah, that tea tastes like chemicals.
It's I don't know how it's tea if there's no leaves, right? It's just like crystals.
It's crystals.